I'm outside the entrance of Todi Mill at the moment. Now this location is right opposite Kamala Mills, where 14 people died in a fire. Now Todi Mills, like Kamala Mills, plays host to over 15 restaurants, and there are hundreds of offices inside this very compound. According to the fire safety norms, a few measures that the mills in fact have to maintain is the entrance to the mill should be at least 29 feet wide. Apart from that, when they go inside, the restaurants should have at least 2 exits, and they must also have staircases which are about 4 foot wide. To find out whether these conditions are being met and they're being adhered to, let's take a look at these restaurants inside Todi Mill compound. Right from the entrance, we can see the number of cars that have been parked on either side of the road of this very narrow compound. The minimum requirement to accommodate a fire engine is about 29 feet so that it can move in easily and turn around and move out as well easily. But this definitely doesn't meet the requirement. As you can see, trucks, tempos as well as bikes parked on this very road which lead up to the restaurants that go inside this very compound of Todi Mills.
In the Todi Mills compound, the entrance and exits are really cramped most of the time, and we have a lot of people who work here as well as cabs, Kali Peris, Ubers, all everything. So there's a lot of traffic in when guys come into work as well as when guys leave office. I personally still don't think that if there's a fire, a fire truck is going to be able to make it in.
Well, the roads do get very jammed in the evenings, but just recently the compound has been taking precautions of that because of the Kamala Mills fire.
Soon after the fire broke out at Kamala Mills, the BMC went on an overdrive demolishing illegal structures in all across the entire city in the different mills. Now, one of the structures that they demolished was a shed which was right outside this door of Zafran in Todi Mills. These are the stairs that lead up to Hopipola, which do look about 4 feet wide. They seem to be adhering to the rule. This is one of the entrances and exits of this particular restaurant. I wanted to know about the fire safety norms that you all have in place. If a fire does break out, like how we saw in Kamala Mills, what are the safety norms that you all have put into place?
We are giving a lot of trainings and all, even daily in the briefing as well. We have a safety area, even the fire exit also, and all the places are available here. So these are the basic.
Okay, and in terms of fire exit, how many fire extinguishers are there?
I have 10 fire extinguishers with all the ABC type fires.
Okay. And how many entrances and exits?
I have one entrance, which is the main entrance, and another one is the fire exit, and I have other openings as well, where you can see there are a lot of fire openings here. So if anything happens in such manner, then they can escape it.
Are you all trained in fire safety?
We trained, but we have this this one door. There's an exit. Second door is there. This
okay,
one.
That's near the kitchen, is it?
Yes, there's a kitchen door. We have these 2 safety doors.
Okay.
And third one we have.
So there are like 3 exits.
Yes.
3 exits at one point. And how many fire extinguishers do you all have?
We have this 14.
14.
Yes.
Okay. And how often do you all have these drills and all of that?
Actually, I don't know. Like this, I'll call my manager.
Okay. All right. So I'm outside Todi Mill Social at the moment. They have refused to come on camera and talk to us, but they have told us that in fact they are fire compliant, and at the moment as we speak, in fact there are fire safety officials who are inside surveying the entire floor to see that whether or not the area is congested and whether they are in fact complying with the fire safety norms.
As parents, after the Kamala Mills incident, we are extremely worried about the Todi Mill entry and exit points, because every day when I come to drop him, there are various tempos on both sides of the lane. If there is, God forbid, an emergency situation, it's going to be a very tough task, to exit the location, and children being helpless. It's obviously a matter of great concern for us.
Like in our center, we have a fire exit, a nice broad one, one shutter entire on the back side. We have 2 entrance and exit as well. So, and everything is in place. We have the fire extinguishers, fire alarm, everything is in place. Our only concern is how do we get out of the mill. Todi Mill exit is extremely narrow, and the other one, Mathura Das, again is the same thing.
the lanes of Todi Mill are even narrower than those of Kamala Mills because of its close proximity to Lower Parel station. In fact, a number of office goers use this as a shortcut to go in and out of the gates. Now you can see right behind me there's a car that's trying to come in, there's a tempo that's trying to go out from the other side, and clearly that's a task. So this goes on to show that this gate also, this exit also is just as narrow as the other entrance.